If approved, that contract will be in effect through June of next year. The FDA has approved COVID-19 booster shots for some Americans who've received their second dose of Pfizer's vaccine. The CDC is still figuring out who that's going to go to, but they're going to be talking about it more today in a meeting. Right now, we are talking to Susie Heisey, a public information officer on the ground in the Sequoia National Park. Susie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. This story is near and dear to my heart because I am an avid, crazy solo backpacker who has been 30 miles deep where there's no road and there's literally only donkey crap on the trails because that's how the rangers travel in the backcountry in Sequoia National Park. But the fire that's happening right now is not so much where I take care of my business. It's really threatening the giant forest. What can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on there?
Sure, yeah. So we're here working on the KMP complex, and it is, as you say, it's right in the front country portion of Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, and there's several places where the fire has crossed the General Highway. And today, this morning, I looked at the acreage, and today we're looking at the fire's about 33,052 acres. And so we're seeing a little bit of growth every day on this fire, and several thousand acres every day to today. What it is, 33,000 acres, and it is, there is a lot of focus on the gateway communities around the park itself, and so there's been a lot of emphasis on structure protection in the communities, mineral king, Three Rivers, and then, all of the communities to the north as well. So, and then, like you said, of course, another main focus is the protection of those giant sequoias.
Are they in the clear yet? Because I've been reading that the space blankets that they put around them that are really cool looking have actually done a fair bit of protection. Is there still fire burning in the giant forest area, still threatening that particular grove of trees?
So the fire did come into the giant forest grove a couple of days ago, and it did burn around the 4 guardsmen. And but good news, all of the large monarch giant sequoia trees are in good condition and have not been impacted by the fire. One of the really neat things about watching the fire behavior here on this incident is that as the fire moved into that grove, the fire behavior diminished. And so this park has a long-standing history of using prescribed burning and using fire as a fuel treatment in these groves. And so, over the past 50 years, these communities have seen smoke coming from the park from these prescribed burns, and now today it's really paying off.
Yeah, I've actually been in the park when those burns were going. They do them. They don't need to, because they're prescribed and because they're so controlled. They don't. It's not a danger to park goers per se.
Absolutely.
So I've actually,
Absolutely.
the last time I was up there, I was driving down General's Highway through the grove, seeing literally flames on the hill on the side of the road, but they're very low and they're very controlled, for lack of a better term.
That's right. And that is exactly what happened when the wildfire moved into the giant forest this week. And so, the flames went down and the fire behavior diminished, and so they had that same sort of behavior as if it was a prescribed burn like you've seen.
Forest management, huh? Seems to really pay off. But in areas, so for anyone who hasn't visited yet, there's a main road that goes basically from the valley floor in Tulare County. Most of the time, at least if you're coming from Southern California, you go through Three Rivers, and then you climb for quite a while, a windy road up to the giant forest. And that's where 90% of visitors are going to drive in, go to the visitor center, hop out, hike for a quarter mile, take a picture in front of General Sherman, myself included. My girlfriend says my Instagram is only objects. Well, the one that's a picture of me is in front of the General Sherman. That's what everybody does.
Okay.
But we're looking at the, like we said, the area where 90% of people go is probably seeing the most impact.
Right. And just to emphasize, we understand the impact this is having to so many people that are wanting to recreate because the parks are closed and there is a Sequoia National Forest closure as well because of this fire. But of course, it is for public safety.
Yes, public safety is it's a good thing. So when you're talking about wildfires. And then there were actually a few cabins in the Mineral King area, and you said that I think you said that you're working on protecting those as well. Are those in imminent danger, or is everything kind of cooling off there too?
So, what the operations folks do when they come into a fire situation is look at the entire big picture. And so oftentimes they're thinking out ahead of where the fire is actively that day, actively moving that day. And so, they put a lot of effort into whether it's contingency lines, dozer lines and hand lines out away from the fire's edge. We call that an indirect line. Or, doing structure protection and getting equipment like sprinklers and hoses and portable tanks that they can set up around structures so that if the fire does move in that direction, that they can be prepared. So a lot of it is, thinking not just over what's happening today, but thinking, several days in advance as well. So what they do is they're not just focusing on one area like the giant sequoias or the town of Three Rivers, but really looking at everything in the big picture.
Susie, thank you so much for this. Thanks so much for the information. I'm sure the people on the ground, with the cabins in Mineral King, are really appreciating everything that's going on over there. Giant trees have been saved.
Yes, sir. Yes, they have, and we're glad to do it, and thanks for having me on this morning.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, Susie.
Okay, thanks.
This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Let's take a look at your drive with Jeff Law.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning to you. Thanks for letting us drive along with you here this morning. We're off to a fairly good start. We took off out of Van Nuys Airport and had a look at the 405 all as well. The 101 coming away from the 405, all that is good. Through the Quine Pass, we're off to a good start. As a matter of fact, right now we're over at Dodger Stadium, which is making me a little twitchy lately, but I do have faith. I'm sure we'll get to the big game. But everything around here is looking good. We had some earlier problems around the 5 in the 110, but don't you worry about it. South 5 is looking good. And we're looking towards the East LA interchange. It just looks busy. We're going to go down the 5 towards the 605 and have a look around and a quick check of the base, and everything's looking pretty good. Even Orange County, I don't see any severe problems. One transition that's always slow, of course, is going up towards San Dimas there, north 57 to west 210, a meter transition. It's kind of slow going through, but you'll be okay. Don't go away. Injured in an accident, visit SuperWomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff Law, AFI in the sky.
Looking to sell your valuable coins, high-end jewelry, collectibles, or fine art? Meet Cindy. She's been around the block when it comes to buying and selling jewelry.
I buy jewelry to resell. I've been going to tangible for about 6-7 years.
Tangibles just pays more.
Here's a great example of the tangible difference. I bought a gold and sapphire bracelet. I shopped it around. They offered me $50. They offered me $100. I bought it to tangible, and it gave me $475 for it.
More cash, more respect.
Tangible treats me as well as they do the person coming in with, $10,000 worth of gold.
Tangible Investments owner Phil DeGenova has become America's top dealer in coins, precious metals, jewelry, and fine art. Still guarantees you'll get more.
Everything I've heard about them on the radio is true.
Call now for a no-obligation free professional appraisal. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800. 800-711-2800.
SoCal weather from KFI. Partly cloudy this morning, then sunny in the afternoon. Highs in the low to mid-70s at the beaches, low to upper 80s in metro LA and OC, mid-80s to mid-90s in the inland valleys, and highs in the low to upper 90s in the Inland Empire. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Bruman. This
Handle on the news.
Good morning, it's the Bill Handel Show. Bill will be here at 7. If you're not aware of what's going on, Bill is doing most of the show. Next week he'll be doing even more of the show, and then I would imagine 2 weeks from now, all will be back to normal. And also, if for some reason you're new to KFI, and welcome, why are we even talking about it? Oh, Bill Handel, the star of the show, had 2 major surgeries in close proximity. So he's been recovering from that.
What happened? He couldn't do 3 and leave it at 2? No. Back surgery, heart surgery.
That's your takeaway? That he's a piker? Okay. Now, we have great, interesting morning crew for you. Good morning, Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Hello, Wayne.
Hello, Cedro.
Yeah.
Norman Church.
I was born in San Bernardino and was quickly whisked to Northern California. Go to Redding, turn right.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find a teeny little town called Palo Cedro, and we have, we didn't have a stop light when I was growing up. One came about, I don't know, 6 or 8 years after I left. It's a metropolis now.
Meaning they have a McDonald's?
Oh no.
No way. What's the benchmark for Metropolis?
We have a volunteer fire department. We have a feed store, Palo Cedro Feed.
No, that's the opposite of a metropolis.
Oh.
If you're trying to be a metropolis, you have to deduct 1 point for every feed store that you have in your city limits.
Oh.
It's not a metropolis. I think we're learning very quickly.
I was about to argue that the San Fernando Valley, but you're right. It's not a metropolis either. I love it, but I'm not going to say it stands alone as a metropolis.
Now that's Brian Berumen.
Woo!
Hey, you're going to be anchoring this morning?
I will.
You're learning the ropes of wake-up call from the veteran Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Sensei.
You, is this true that you are? This is like the witch trials in the 50s, the communist trials. Are you now, or have you ever been a personal trainer?
No, I have never been a personal trainer.
Are you aware of the fact that there's another person then with your exact name in Los Angeles?
I am. If you Google, when I Google myself, I see this other man.
Please, Tyler, let's isolate what Brian just said, and I would love to hear it again sometime this hour, if possible. Your discretion when. But I want to hear him say that again when he doesn't know he's going to say it.
You got it.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we have Tyler Whitman, who I just spoke to. For some shenanigans. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. And is Alex in there?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Alex.
Hi.
You're the producer. Poor Alex gets the least amount of pre-handle on the news attention.
Pretty in pink this morning, Alex, I should say.
Thanks, Jen.
Welcome, Alex.
Then who's the ducky of the show?
Oh. Great reference.
And who's
Great
the hunko? Well, we know who the hunko is.
You.
No. I'm sorry. Have you not been over to the news booth today, Alex? Why don't you go
go over to the news booth and take a gander and then get back to me about who's the hunko. Oh, God, does that make me the ducky?
This is where you play the sounder.
I think Tyler could be the ducky. We like Ducky. We don't like Ducky? We should play the sounder. No, let Tyler work his magic. It's too soon. Right, Tyler? It's too soon to drop the thing right now. Do you agree?
It is too soon. Yeah.
See? Yeah. Leave it to a humorous professional
Leave it
over
to the
there.
ducky, I guess? Question mark.
Mhm. All right, let's start handle on the news. All right? Very surly. We're going to do handle on the news, okay? It's a round table where we go through stories of the news from the day, all right? Is that okay with everybody?
Now you're like Blaine.
Can I expect cooperation this morning for handle on the news?
He's not waiting,
If
he's
anybody
Blaine.
is not on board with this plan, there's the door. Yeah, it doesn't feel half bad. To tell you the truth. All right. Brian Baruman, Jennifer Jones-Lee, me, the lead story, some fires to tell you about. Small brush fire in Chatsworth broke out yesterday. They had it 50% contained within a couple of hours. The thing about this fire is this is a real thank goodness situation because there were about 100 homes that could have been threatened. It never got to the point where they were actually threatened, but they could have been. Luckily, things went well with the brave firefighters on that one. But there's another one out in San Bernardino.
Yeah, there is. It's still going. It's 50% surrounded, but it did charge 50 to 100 acres. They evacuated people near the 215 and 210 freeways. It was reported just after noon, but firefighters do seem to be doing a good job with that as well. A good day to be a firefighter and represent.
All right, it's good to be in California and not in Arizona, Nevada, or Mexico. Because they already know that they're going to get less water than a normal year because of the first ever shortage of water on the Colorado River. Now, the reason that California is better off is because we come in phase 2 of water cuts when it comes to how they sort of do hierarchy of states and water. But they started looking at the different lakes that are a part of this. And if you look at specifically Lake Powell, they say the latest outlook is troubling. And Lake Mead, the largest man-made reservoirs in the U.S., both of those largely rely on melted snow. Well, that's hard to rely on melted snow if there's no melted snow to rely on.
Also, when you say California is in phase 2 of any supply cuts, that's a nice way of saying California gets top priority for that water.
Yeah.
So we don't have to take a cut before those poor schmucks over there in Colorado and New Mexico and Wyoming have to do their military showers while we're luxuriating. I would do this right now. If I were running everything here, I would get a news update from Brian Baruman.
Oh, what, now you're not giving orders?
And then we would continue handle on the news. And also, if it were up to me, I would say right now that this is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
I am Brian Bruman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. SNL has announced its list of hosts for the new season, and they're all new faces that you've never seen before. So not Alec Baldwin, who's been there a million times. Biden's envoy to Haiti has resigned, saying that the deportation of the Haitian migrants from the southern border is inhumane. And the U.S. jobless claims have ticked up to 351,000. That's near from a pandemic low, as the Delta variant has really been hurting the economy. We'll have a look at trouble next on the freeways.
This is my business. I started it, and my hard work made it successful. We survived the last year, and things are starting to look better, but now hard work alone isn't enough. I need cash to hire some people and buy supplies.
Lonely Business is for people like you. We can loan your business from $6,000 up to $250,000. And we understand that you don't need the cash soon. You need it now. And if your credit isn't perfect, that's okay. Apply today and you can have the money in your account tomorrow. Loan Me Business loans have longer terms, keeping your monthly payments low and manageable. You can even pay the loan off early to control your costs with no prepayment penalties. That sounds great. Simply go to loanmebiz.com to get started. That's loanmebiz.com or call 844-3-LOAN-ME.
Not all applicants will qualify. Approval and terms subject to credit standards. See loanme.com for details. Loans made pursuant to California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation Law License 603K061.
That's 844-3-LOAN-ME or loanmebiz.com.
Take a flavorful bite out of fall at Whole Foods Market. Get organic Honeycrisp apples for $2.99 a pound through September 28th while supplies last. Plus, Prime members get an extra 10% off. See more on the Whole Foods Market app.
Let's take a look at traffic.
You betcha. Good morning. As I mentioned last time around here, we took a trip on the I-5. I'm hemming and hawing here, but things are good, really. Don't you worry about it. Once you get through the 605 up to East LA, it's getting busy. I was just remarking to our pilot here, Daniel, that things are getting busier and busier out here, but still pretty good driving. Everything around downtown Los Angeles looking good. Now, not so good driving through Ontario. Just trying to catch up on this bound. Eastbound 60 at Grove. With only got one lane open. Sounds like maybe just a carpool lane open. There's a good 2-mile backup. East 10, that's the easy way around this if you want to stick with freeways. East 10 in between the 57 and the 15 looking good. Just got word of a possible problem. Westbound 91, the Artesian Freeway at Bellflower. That's a little bit west of the 605. We're heading there right now, so don't go away. More coming up on that one. Engine and accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Fogg, KFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Sam and Ash Injury Law.
If you find yourself in a situation where you're injured a little or a lot, this is so easy to remember. Sam and Ash, it hurt in a crash. Just in case, put this number in your phone. 800-304-2000. Call Sam and Ash, it hurt in a crash. SamandAshLaw.com.
Hi, Ma. Did you get my list? What? Too early to talk Christmas? And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Sapphire September giveaway. Get a 5-quart Dutch oven when you earn 500 coins on your rewards card, the 27th or 28th.
Number 4.
Get your groove on with live music every weekend at the Sideline Bar.
3.
We know you're ready for some football. So are we. Notice the big screens everywhere?
Number 2.
Get funky with the Commodore. Live October 1st. We will sell out. Get your tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
Pay with points. It's simple. Play, earn, then pay for gas, gifts, and food with your reward points.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo. Good times.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Make your dream vacation a reality with Norwegian Cruise Line and sail to the Caribbean, Europe, and more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom and confidence. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, and much more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry to Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
I'm happy I went with SolarMax. I'm sad I didn't go with them sooner. I would have saved even more money.
Here's the new offer. New Tesla 420 panels and power walls for $79.96 per month at $0 down.
Dial pound 250 from your cell and say SolarMax or go to solarmaxtech.com. Once they pay available to food credits, you got to leave them on I-17 place.
I'm Susan Owen, managing partner at OPO Law. And if you think all personal injury attorneys are alike, you'd be surprised. All law firms are not the same. OPO Law has a 98% success rate on over 10,000 cases we have handled. And while insurance companies continue to make lowball offers, we fight hard to get you the money you deserve. Fierce pursuit to win for you is our specialty. We don't settle your case for what the insurance company thinks it's worth. We settle your case for what we believe it's worth. For over 4 decades, we have gone to battle with the insurance companies and have obtained over $1 billion for injury victims. If you have been injured in an accident, dial pound 250, use keyword personal injury to connect to OPO Law. Remember, you don't pay until we win your case.
OPO Law, the law firm insurance companies fear most.
I'm Susan Owen, and I would be honored to handle your case.
When you dial pound 250, you'll have the option of receiving an auto-dialed text message from iHeartMedia.
San Diego comes alive on the waterfront at Sheraton San Diego Hotel and Marina with fresh air yoga classes, stand-up paddleboard and kayaking. Stay longer and save more this fall with up to 25% off. Visit SheratonSanDiegoHotel.com and enter code D3Q.
He raids your fridge. Borrows your car without asking. Scratches? What scratches? He's your brother-in-law. I'll pay you back. He takes what's yours, and there's nothing you can do. But when identity thieves want to take what's yours, you can do something. LifeLock by Norton monitors your info and alerts you to potential threats. If you become a victim, they can help fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using promo code NEWS.
You want to sell your house or condo fast and easy? Call Seller's Advantage. They will buy your home as is for cash. Really. With Seller's Advantage, there's no realtor fees or commission, no escrow fees, no repairs needed, no open houses, no weird strangers walking through your home. They buy your house or condo for cash. Damon and Doug from Seller's Advantage just bought a house from one of our KFI listeners. The owner wanted to sell his house. He met with a couple of real estate agents, and then he went with Seller's Advantage. He compared the numbers, and Seller's Advantage was the choice. He ended up with the same money, same bottom line, but there were no repairs, no headaches, no open houses, and no hassle. He says working with Seller's Advantage was the easiest real estate transaction he's ever had. DRE number 0196-1658, sellersadvantage.com. Call now for a free quote. See what your house is worth. 888-321-AS-IS. 888-321-AS-IS. A lot of these incendiary issues don't matter in daily life. It fills up endless cable TV news talk. But cable TV news is not life. Life is, mile from my house, a guy got stabbed to death. John and Ken. Spare me your abortion or gun control debate. Look at this.
Weekdays at 2
Do something about this. Vote on this.
on KFI.
KFI Am 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. I can never hear this song the same way again once I found out it's about meth. It's true. I'm not making that up. Song's about meth. It's not overt. He's not like, doot, 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 snorting, crank now, doot. It's not like that.
I had no idea.
Well, it's all these songs, which I like, by the way. I like the idea of all these songs that are subversive because they marry happy, upbeat music with terribly dark and terrible lyrical content, like, what's that? Oh my God, why am I blanking on the group with Andre 3000?
Outcast?
Yes, thank you. And that song is all about, like, terrible relationships, but everybody just dances and shakes their butt because they think they're having fun. They don't know what they're listening to. This is another one of them. So enjoy it next time it comes on. Next time this if you put it on again, title you know. Okay, everybody in the proper frame of mind can enjoy this song in the future as it comes up again, as it invariably will. He can't pull it up again? Wow.
Perks of using Spotify is that sometimes they'll just decide that it's ad time.
Don't reveal the secret. What are you doing? That's too much pulling back of the curtain. Wait a minute. You're telling me this company can't even... Never mind. We're going into dangerous waters all of a sudden. Why? Never mind. Oh, my God. Do we have a dump button that dumps the last 23 minutes of air? Can you hit it, please? Can you just dump the last 23 minutes of air? Is that possible, Tyler?
Handle on the news. Late edition. Handle on the news. Bill Handel.
Just shut up! I mean, give me a break!
And now, here's Bill Handel.
Hey, good morning. It's the Bill Handel Show. Bill will start the show at 7. He's almost all the way back doing the whole show, recovering from those surgeries. Wayne Resnick here. We have Jennifer Jones-Lee. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Tyler Whitman running the board. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning.
And Alex is here. You're the producer. Hello.
Hi.
And we have also with us this morning Brian Baruman.
Woo!
Hello. Who's been hosting Wake Up Call. Will be anchoring the news during the Handel Show. You want to start Handel on the news?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Lead story. The FDA has authorized Pfizer COVID vaccine boosters for some people. 1, seniors 65 and older. 2, people who are at high risk of serious disease. Boy, that's vague enough to cover just about anybody who wants a booster if you're just willing to try. And then people whose jobs put them into higher levels of exposure to COVID than a normal person. Now, I think we're still waiting for the CDC, though, to take this and issue guidance. And is that right? The CDC will be issuing guidance.
Yes.
For who should get one or maybe not, but it's not binding on anybody. And my understanding is if you make an appointment at a CVS and you show up and you say, for example, well, the occupation part, you're going to have to lie about your job. If you want a booster and you're not supposed to get one, you're going to have to say, I work in a hospital when you don't. So that's, but, and if you're over 65, easy peasy. You know what's going to see? We're going to see a brand new cottage industry of fake IDs, this time saying you're over 65.
Oh, yeah.
Is
People
that
will
right?
want to be older.
Yeah, so there'll be all these like 65-year-olds going, do you know where I can get a fake ID? I need an ID that says I'm 65. Then you got to remember what year you were supposedly born. And then, but the middle one, people who have some kind of underlying something that makes you at higher risk of serious COVID, because I don't think they ask you much. I think you just go, oh, I have an underlying condition, and a friend of mine, when they got their first vaccine, they didn't ask what the underlying condition was.
Are they even allowed to?
Well, it's unclear. The other thing is, generally speaking, you're not talking to a doctor, a physician. You're talking to a pharmacist, or a pharmacist assistant, or a nurse or something. And so I don't know that anybody's going to want to really dig deeply into your claim that you have some kind of underlying condition. So in a way, this is boosters for everyone, if you want it.
All of a sudden, women who color their hair to get rid of the gray are going to start canceling their appointments for 1 month so that the gray can come out, they can go get that shot, and convince people they're over 65.
We're going to see a massive decline in the Botox industry. Also, I think people are going to stop working out for a while.
So we want to get gray, we want to get wrinkly and flabby.
Yeah, I don't want my telomeres to be preserved anymore. I want to age rapidly, please. Just for a while.
It's over.
All right, let's get a news update from Brian Baruman, and then we'll continue Handel on the news. It's KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Black leaders in LA are calling on Governor Newsom to sign a police reform bill that's made it to his desk. The bill would create a process to strip police officers of certifications if they're convicted of serious crimes or are fired for misconduct. Los Angeles Urban Policy Roundtable President Earl O'Farry Hutchinson joined the NAACP and other groups yesterday the bill.
So Governor Newsom is really a call. You got to do the right thing. You can't delay.
Governor Newsom has until October 10th to sign the bill. News brought to you by Here Again Water. An elementary school in Sacramento says it's working with a third-party organization to get 3 students and their parents